Oh, that's just hang on here.
Just give it a second.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, I will
All
start the
good.
Zoom. I'll start the Zoom
Yep.
in 3, 2, 1.
Recording in progress.
Welcome to the Books Panel, part of the Broadcast Map Network, where the panel discusses the book they have been reading throughout the month, requested by one of the members. Here are your hosts, Ali Musa, Makara Slobodian, Jeffrey Rainey, Lynn Kennedy, Lynette Frizen, and Sienna Trajani.
Good evening. On Friday, October the 24th. Almost said December 24th for some reason. I don't know. 2025.
Oh
Don't
no.
get ahead of yourself.
No.
Oh, no, but Makara, weren't you going to ask me? I think you were going to probably ask me what month we're in.
Well, I was, and I just said again. Like you really want it to be December, don't you?
No, I never said that.
It's not about what you said. It's about what you almost say every time.
Well, okay, what is that? What is that?
December. You don't need to say that you want it to be. It's your. Let's get psychological for a second. It's your subconscious.
No, it isn't. I never
And
said.
to be fair,
No, it isn't.
and to be fair,
No, it's not my
exactly 1
subconscious
month.
here. Come on.
It's exactly 1 month until Christmas Eve. How about that?
Well, no, two
2
actually.
months.
There you
2
go.
months.
But yeah, it is.
Oh,
I
I
don't
look.
know why I said 1
I don't know.
month.
See, here's the but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
I think it's just whatever pops into my head. That's what it seems to be.
I think I'm the one that's very excited for it to be December because, I just said 1 month until Christmas when
No,
really-
you. Well, I don't know
It's
about
2.
that. Well, maybe.
Me too, though. Me
So
too.
that's on
Yeah.
me.
Well, but we'll be on air during the holidays.
Yes, we will.
Of course.
Yeah. So you and I are here,
We are.
and it's I always it's always exciting here, more than exciting to be here in studio with you.
Likewise, and we're all here. We have Sienna with us, and
Yes.
we have Lynn.
And we have Lynn. Yes, thank you so
Glad
much
to be here.
to you
It's
guys
always a
for
pleasure.
joining in tonight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So how about we get that sort of started? We're going to kind of go around the table. So, Sienna and Lynn, why don't you guys kind of give us your thoughts? So you guys just can kind of take turns to jump in. We'll be here, but just take your turns going on what you guys feel of the book so far. If you guys are at the end, or how you got, or what you guys feel up until this point.
Feel free
Sienna,
to
I'm
go
going to
ahead,
start with
Lynn.
you.
Oh, okay.
No, and then go to action because you suggested it. So,
Yeah. Oh, no worries.
and then Lynn, you can follow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a very fascinating book so far. I haven't read the whole thing, but I definitely am enjoying it so far. I really like, in particular, the fact that they use a lot of case studies in the book. So you've got all the different characters who want something more in their lives. We've got, for example, we've got Allison who wants to become an actress, and it's there's always something holding us back, and a lot. It's interesting because a lot of people will say, a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're just procrastinating," but it's I realized, and sometimes I would say that about myself, like, oh man, I'm just procrastinating. But it's not actually procrastination, it's something holding you back. Fear is holding you back. And I like how she, in the second chapter, really talks about how the talks about the psychology of it, how like how the brain works, and how I think she calls it anti-actions or anti-actions, um, that are holding you back, whether it's fear of the unknown, fear of um, fear of a certain, in Allison's case, for example, physical appearance. In Colleen's case, she's, in her 40s already. She's almost 40. Um, Nearing her 40s, and still she's like, if I'm having this much trouble, it's not going to happen now, sort of thing. And there's that, as she calls it, anti-action in the brain. So it's like you're the part of your brain that wants to do it, and there's that part of the brain going, that screaming risk. And it's interesting. I like how she puts it, and I love the case studies because they really show the they really show the they really help to demonstrate the points that she's getting across. I really love how Mel Robbins structures the book, and looking forward to reading more. I'm going to devour it. I've been binging today, so.
I like how you described her book, Sienna. That's exactly how I found it. And as I was moving through it, I thought, okay, it's so universal, though, isn't it? I think there might be some people out there with amount of confidence and, being so self-assured they're way ahead of us. Excuse me. But, I think it's pretty universal that at least at times we'll put off making a decision, we'll feel insecure, we'll be unsure of ourselves, we'll procrastinate, all those kinds of things. But I really liked how she approached all of that. And in general, when I was reading the book, I made a list of, some of the things she touches on that, that I certainly can identify with. And they are, anxiety, confidence, habits, happiness, health, motivation, relationships, all those kinds of things. There have been a number of times in my life when I have wanted to tackle something that I, was a little tentative, fearful about, maybe my confidence wasn't the greatest. Or, I'd tell myself, well, this isn't the time to be thinking of that.
Sounds good.
She has shown me something different, and she does have some other. I think her first book was 2017. I wrote them down somewhere here.
Yeah, sounds good.
She's written, two or three other books, I think. And I would like to go through those. She also, now I didn't have time to watch this, but she's so engaging on paper. I can only imagine. She did a TEDx talk. It's
wow.
yeah, I
Yeah.
looked it up, and it's about 22 minutes, I think. And the title of the talk is How to Stop Screwing Yourself Over.
There we
Oh,
go.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So-
This is what
Yeah.
cracks me up.
She does mention it in the book, too.
Yeah. So we're going to get into that a little bit
pulls no
further.
punches.
So we're going to get into that a little bit further here. We and of course we will be right back. You are listening to
The Books Panel, which is a part of the Broadcast Map Network. Stay tuned, everyone.
Recording stopped.
CNT Radio will never give you up. They will never let you down, nor will they run around or desert you. So join Nick Astley for The Melting Pot every Saturday on CNT Radio. Hang on a minute. He's not Nick Astley. Oh, jings, I've done it wrong. Anyway, just join Nick for The Melting Pot on CNT Radio.
Looking for a sports podcast that covers sports weekly as well as gets you set up for the day? Check out Weekly in Sports with me, Scott McGregor. We give some shout-outs of the week to podcasts like this one and those who do them. Discuss the Blue Jays, Bills, Raptors, and more. To learn more, check out the Sports for Beginners Facebook page. Search Sports for Beginners.
Have you ever wanted a talk show that covers the world of broadcasting, the show's favorite sports teams, news and politics, as well as sports media? You've come to the right place. I am Ali Musa, inviting you to check out the Broadcast Map Show. To learn more about the show, please visit broadcastmap.ca. While you're there, subscribe to the newsletter so you never miss an update. Besides, it's free.
Hey, you, why you looking so sad? Don't be so sad. I tell you what you're gonna do. If you got the vino, you pour yourself a bicchiere of vino. If you don't have a vino, maybe you got a panettone, maybe you got a panini, maybe you got a cafe espresso, but you fix yourself something bella nice and you go to your computer and you log on to CNT Radio. And you listen to CNT Radio, okay? You do all that, you're gonna feel much better. I promise you. Alright? Ciao.
Have you ever wondered about the books we are reading throughout the week?
What about our perspectives on them?
Check out Ali and Makara's Books. It airs live on Sundays at 4 p.m. Except for in the spring when we will switch back to Mondays.
To learn more about the show, please visit aliandmccarrasbooks.ca.
While you're over there, subscribe to the newsletter. It's free.
We're back on air.
We're good? Okay.
We are.
One,
Are you good?
two. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Recording in progress.
And we're back from our commercial break. So, Lynn, would you like to expand more upon your point that you were making before?
Sure. Well, I was just thinking about that, and I would like to read her other books, and I would like to see the TEDx um, presentation. I find her quite engaging, and as I read through the book, I feel sometimes I shy away from this kind of book because I think it will overwhelm me, make me feel just totally anxiety ridden, pressured, that kind of thing. And then I, toss it aside. But this book is very, I find it very, welcoming. It's as though, okay, she has felt stuck before. She knows how you can lose focus. Anxiety, doubts, all those kinds of things. I think the reader can really identify with what she's talking about, but in a way that doesn't make you want to throw the book away and run. I think it really, and the other thing is, she, for example, when she talks about choice, she says choices are liberating, a sign of freedom. As much as they can be very scary and, painful and whatever else, I think once you take that first step, or maybe some of us have to take 2 or 3, you can trust what she says. It is freedom. It is freedom. And I think, she talks about uncertainty, and routine and so on. And all these things are so, they're so universal, so I think as you read through the things that she presents, that will help, people to become what they want to be, to make choices that they've been afraid of, to look at things that maybe didn't occur to them before. Maybe it was somewhere buried deep in the back of their psyche. And, suddenly with this kind of support, it'll come forward. I love how she, talks about focus. Because again, it's not in an overwhelming way. You can make one change or 2 changes. And then, that opens up the possibility, I think I can do this too. There's a third thing that you've added to your routine that, will help you move forward and nourish you and so on. So I really, as I sit here and I think of the kinds of things that, I would like to do. In fact, you're going to laugh. I started putting a few Post-it notes on my fridge. My fridge is just laden with all kinds of, fun things and pictures my grandkids have drawn and just all kinds of stuff. So I started putting a few Post-it notes, and I write to myself, okay, Lynn, try this tomorrow. Remember, Mel said that you can do it. Just little notes like that, right? Or, what about that dream that you had a few years back and you've now dismissed it because you feel it's too, the time has passed, it's too late for that nonsense. Well, first of all, I can be so self-deprecating. I'm very self-deprecating. And so, it occurs to me, well, maybe I should take that self-deprecation and put it in this little tiny box that I have here on my desk now. I think Mel Robbins is, teaching me some creativity and, or making it feel comfortable to me. I can just open the lid on the box and say, okay, you know what? Let's shelve your self-doubt for now. Let's shelve your self-deprecating tendencies. If we're somehow stuck in a way of thinking or even stuck in a routine that we don't like, it doesn't have to stay that way. Let's make it an adventure. Let's try something else just once, just once for one day. And you may find that it becomes a lifelong, commitment to that kind of routine. And a commitment to, just grow a little bit each day. Look at something, each day. It's not scary. You have the freedom to do so. I think that's a very important word to remember as well. Freedom. I like that word.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just really, I like her. So that's why I would like to watch that TEDx video, because I just know that I'll feel like she's standing right here in my family room. And I think, she just seems very, I like her voice on paper. And I just feel that, her voice in real life will be, very similar, very engaging, helpful, encouraging, very positive and so on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all of that, Lynn. That's really,
Oh.
really great.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you. I was giving this lots of thought, and it really, it was the perfect time and the perfect book for me to be reading this. And also, I find it interesting because my grandchildren, of which I have 5, the oldest, they all have a dream. They're all involved in something, and they have dreams about those somethings. And they have dreams about things that they'd like to try when they're a little bit older and all that kind of thing. My grandson, the oldest, he has always been very interested in aircraft. And he's been an air cadet. He started learning, this is going back, oh gosh, at least 2 years now, but he started learning the bagpipes. My dad, he is walking in my dad's footsteps. He wants to, get a pilot's license. He's had, doubts about that, but he does some fantastic self-talk. He'll say, well, Mom, it's not that I would like to get my license or I think I can get my license. I will be getting my pilot's license. I will. And this is what I want to do with it to start. And then perhaps someday I'll start flying commercial aircraft. Like, he really, I have to admire that. So having read this book and listened to him, and my granddaughters as well, one of them's only 5, but she has plans. So, I think it's, I just think it's it's a wonderful thing. And, it both amuses me, but it gives me great joy and encouragement to see my grandson, in particular. He's the oldest. He's going to be finishing high school this year, all that kind of thing. And he is nurturing, I just have a strong sense he is nurturing his own self-confidence. And I guess intuitively, it seems to, just be giving himself, sort of self-encouragement and, I will do it. I know it'll be hard, and I know that I will get discouraged at times, but I will do it. I will do it, Mom. I will do it, Dad. And I think that's wonderful. And I think he's learning the things that Mel Robbins has written in this book. So I say, you go, kid. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is incredible. It sounds like he's got the mindset and he knows what direction he wants to go in and what he needs to do for that, which is, a lot of what gets talked about. And
yes.
Allie, did you have a hand up before?
I do, actually.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, but I mean, a question I'm going to put to you, Lynn, is that, do you not feel that these psychologists and whatever, and when you read something like that, they make it sound like it's going to happen overnight? I realize, number one here, I realize that what they're trying to do is they're trying to motivate you and try to put things in a positive perspective. But at that very same time, yes, they also say sometimes that they've been there before. But my overall consensus, I don't know, do you not find that sometimes? Especially in this case, on all these points that you just mentioned based on what Mel says in the book.
Yeah, well, I do find that sometimes I've read books along these lines, and they seem a bit, they do seem, sort of overwhelming, and perhaps not. I guess it's the tone. Some people just write in sort of a, what's the word? Condescending, in kind of a condescending way. And this author is not like that. So, I think for purposes of, sort of, condensing a page, otherwise it could be, thousands of pages long. I think the way this type of book is set up, it would be easy to start feeling like, well, I read this book in 4 hours or whatever, and it was encouraging me to do this, this, and this, but I can't possibly do that this week. I don't have the time. I think we, sometimes feel that way, just as maybe, whether the author, has written with, a slightly condescending tone, or just kind of a, hurry up, read this and do what I'm telling you to do and everything will be fine. But I think in this case, it's, I don't know, it just feels different to me. And I think she puts it forth as, well, I like her. I think I mentioned I like her use of the word freedom. You're free to take or leave whatever you want in the book, and you're free to set it down and dismiss whatever it is that you really don't think you can handle it at this point in time. But I think sometimes these kinds of books too, they'll linger. This is one that will linger on my shelf, and I'll probably pull it down from time to time and, oh, right, okay, yes, yeah, okay, well, I forgot about this point here. Um, okay, I need to focus on this, but understand that if I change something, I'll have to deal with the repercussions, but that's okay. And then immediately thereafter, put the book right down right away. So I understand. I understand what you're saying, Allie. But I think I don't know. I just have a really good, feeling about the tone of the book, and a good feeling for who I think she is as a person and an author who has wanted to share her ideas with others.
Sienna, did you want to add something? Just yeah, you can keep going there. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, that's a very, very good question that you've posed, Ali, and one that I've read a lot of self-help books, or a lot of the time I've tried to, but when it comes to self-help books, it's not ordinarily something that I read. But I got the same feeling as you did, Lynn, where this wasn't like all of the others that I've tried, because Mel Robbins, like, the tone of the book, it shows that she really understands and appreciates what people are going through. Like, she has that real empathetic,
yes,
like she says, I know it's hard, and she's mentioned it a few times. I know it's hard at first, and to the point that a lot of them make it look like it's easy, but she mentions that there are going to be repercussions, as you said, Lynn, as well, and she does mention that it's not going to happen overnight, but over time you can do it. So it's really like, it's written in a tone that, hey, I understand what you're going through, at the same time. And it's, really, that's what differentiates it from other similar self-help books and self-help, motivational speakers that I've heard, and that it's it has a real different, in a good way, feel to it.
Yes. Yeah. I think your comments about empathy really hit the nail on the head too. She's been there, and you can feel that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
I'm almost curious to hear, like, how she got to where she is now, because I'm sure that, even she would have gone through lots of struggles along the way.
Oh, sure.
It's something that kind of hit me as I was reading the book, and I thought to myself, gee, I'm sure she's, been there, done that as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Another thing I kind of like too, is how she describes the being a chicken versus being a jerk.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I like that little
yeah.
comparison.
I like that too. Yeah. Yeah, chicken or jerk metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way the fear manifests itself kind of as fear or anger.
Yeah.
But did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I should ask you the same question, though. I think I'm going to ask you the same question, though, Sienna, is that as you read it, I don't know how far you are in it.
I'm about towards the end of chapter 2. Just finished chapter 2.
Chapter 2? No.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
They are longer chapters.
No, they are.
They are longer chapters, but
Yeah.
you know what? I
Oh,
can't
but
put
yeah.
it down, to be honest.
Pardon me?
I can't put it down, to be
No,
honest.
I know, yeah, but don't you think so, too, that they... But now, I'll ask you the question I asked Lynn there. That do you not find that that a lot of them, they just make it sound easy, and they make it sound like, and it'll happen overnight. Now, but that's what I've always found personally, that they
Yeah.
just make it sound like it's just, oh, I realize what they're trying to do, I realize what they're targeting, but
I've heard all, like, it seems to be not just these self-help books, but also some, not all. I've been in, like, even if you look at things that are less legitimate, things like, look at pyramid schemes, for example. I won't mention any specifically, but I've actually seen how a couple of them work, kind of as an outsider looking in.
yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking too.
Yeah,
that
and they make it look like
Yeah,
you're going to win money overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, too,
Maybe probably not the best comparison.
no, but also, too, that the other thing that is, too, is that it's like everybody on the, like, it's like when they're on the outs, like, people on the outside always think they know it.
Yep.
To that point, do you
True.
think
Yeah.
there's, this is kind of a general question.
No, go ahead.
Do you think there's almost an irony to, like, or sort of like where someone in the position of like a Mel Robbins, it's easy to project outward and say, you can do this.
Yes.
And like she says the words, I've been there, and I don't know if I'm not far
Yes,
enough to
yes,
delve
I agree
in
with you there.
Hang on. Sorry.
No.
But
Oh, sorry, no, go ahead. I know. I think I just distracted your point. No, sorry, but no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No.
You're fine. You're
No, I feel bad. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, please.
I didn't mean to so like irritatedly be like, hang on.
Well, no, but you did.
No, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're fine. Please,
That
it's okay.
was,
No, I'm just bugging you. Go ahead.
No, but that was a poor choice on my part.
No, I'm just bugging you now. Go ahead.
No, I don't.
No, but you know that.
Yeah, of course. And I don't know if she gets to a point in this book or any of her others where she does explain how she's been there. But do you think it's almost kind of projecting her own feelings outward of like that, how hard it is to like project it onto others of this is easy, but
Yes.
like, and then like she's telling others to do the work and the introspection, and I don't know if like she can have all these like case studies and examples that she has, but it would almost be more effective if she also put her own.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's exactly it, and that was sort of my point too.
Or maybe what another thing that kind of sprung to mind is that she is using these characters, Allison and Colleen and Brian and a few others. There was Ellen, the one that started from absolutely hating yoga to, continuing through with it and eventually becoming a yoga instructor. And other characters in the book as well. And I'm almost thinking like, in a sense, could one or more of those characters be her? And could one or more of those characters be a representation of some of the things that she wanted? I don't know. It's just something that kind of fascinates me.
Yes, but I think too, Makara, kind of to also your point too. I totally agree with what you said, because anybody, and it's not, I mean, you have to have a bit of the trust, but anybody can say anything. Right? Anybody can sort of go about anything. Anybody can say, "Oh, I've done this, done this, done this." It's just like anybody on the outside. "Oh, I've been there. You can do it too. I did it, so you can do it." No, not really.
Yeah.
I will say the point about the characters is an interesting one, and I hadn't considered that maybe one of them was sort of a stand-in for her. I think it's a thought.
It is, but I still don't think it. I still don't feel that it kind of. I still don't feel that it sort of, but that it. That I still don't feel that it. I still kind of like that original point that you made.
Yeah, and thank you. But I mean, it doesn't take away from that whole point, but
No.
it is another way to look at it, which I find interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I like that there are multiple angles from which to see it, and I am,
Mm-hmm.
in whatever way it comes out, whether it's the fact that, like, yeah, it is easy for one person to project, I am happy that, like, Lynn, you were able to find so much in it for yourself. That's really great. In whatever, like, you said about it being, like, the right time and the right book, and that's
Yeah.
that's great too. And I just think there's so many ways to sort of read it. I don't disagree with the point about self-help books as a general concept.
No, but I feel like that's it. Like, I feel, see, because sort of, and I sort of see why, because see, there's often this general, like, see, there's often a generalization of certain things. And that's one of the things too that that I think kind of comes across, right? And that's sort of it. And I realize, see, a lot of this is, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing when someone sees a therapist. It's all that they do, right? They're not going to actually. They're going to just. They're just going to listen to you. They just start, and that's sort of how Mel did it too, except in the book. And there was also the one about that one character at the beginning there that always wanted to be an actress. And it was like, you always wanted, you're afraid, but why aren't you doing it? This, that. The initial sort of hump to get over that always comes within a person. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can tell one to do anything.
Can I counteract your point about the generalization?
I know you're. I had a feeling I know you're going to, but I want to hear I want to hear what you have to say.
It's not a disagreement. It's just
no. I want to hear what you have to say.
Like another angle to look at it, which is,
go ahead.
Is it generalization, or is it because, as Lynn said, these emotions that are talked about are so universal? And even with something like you brought up, therapy, and yes, maybe that is all they're there to do. Maybe all they're there to do is to kind of help the person get somewhere within themselves, right? That is true. but I guess it depends on how one chooses to utilize that. Like if you go into it knowing that, right?
Yes.
Versus if you go into it with the expectation that they are going to magically change something by you talking to them.
Well, yeah, that's it, right? Like, yeah, and I, you know, like I agree with that too. But I kind of, but I mean, I don't know. I've just always kind of felt that there's generalization, and then there's the different emotions piece as well. And I get it. But
what do you mean the different emotions?
No, as you just said.
Oh, you mean I meant sort of the generalization and the universal.
Yeah, that's it.
Being sort of the same thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. But I feel like, though, that if, like, see, because there's too much of it, there's too much. See, that's why I kind of feel that, right? I used to, you know, like that, because there's too much of that generalization, that's kind of where I feel that they make it, or in the book, that or in this case, that she's making it sound like is making it sound easy. But that's what they're there to do.
Yeah.
And they have to do that. Because if they don't, do it, then it's like, well, it's kind of like, you know, what has come across, right? It's kind of like, well, then they haven't, and, you know, look, listen, I'm all for positive, pieces. And I'm all for motivation. Well, you know me, I do some of it myself.
Yeah, and I agree. Motivation is a wonderful thing, and it is important.
It is, but if it always comes down to one's experience and experiences, and what kind of, you know, and what it sort of, and how it sort of how it portrays. Now, Sienna, I see you have a hand up. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and make your point and or add to it if you'd like, and then we'll go over the schedule.
Sounds good. Just kind of piggybacking off what you said about the idea of generalization and societal generalization. I mean, I know, for example, people in the blindness community, there's a lot of
I think both of you are getting into my head now. No. right, Makara, isn't this kind of where you were going a little bit?
I don't know. I'm curious to hear more of where you're taking this point, Sienna.
Go ahead.
It's interesting because when it comes to like motivation, and what I mean is a lot of people, even within the blindness community, they're like, they have that, look at me, I've accomplished this, and this. If I can do it, then you can do it, kind of thing. And it's, everybody, and I guess society kind of expects that, the idea of society kind of putting everybody into that same basket, if you will.
Yeah, you paint everybody with the same brush.
Paint everybody with the same brush. Like, I've gotten a lot of, so and so, is a good bus traveler. I mean, if
Well,
they can do it, why
yeah.
can't you? Why can't you? So,
Yeah.
Or why
and I
haven't
guess
you?
Yeah,
where do you
that's-
draw the line between motivation and?
Well, see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Right. Like, see, that's the thing, right? I'm not a fan. That's also sort of what I meant by generalization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I hear that and I absolutely understand it. Like,
Yeah,
Where
maybe
do
I
you
should have
draw
made that point earlier, shouldn't I have? Yeah. I think I should have. No, but you knew. I think you knew.
I think it just comes in the course of the conversation, right? And
Yeah.
I think I think it
Yeah.
is interesting to have it on that question of where do you draw that line? Like, where is it motivation and where is it, I guess, expectation, or I don't know, what would you call that? Is it expectation, or is it
Definitely expectation.
I don't know about expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just painting everybody with the same brush. That's what I think it is.
But that's what it is. It's societal expectation. Like, because
Yeah.
you're painting everyone that way because it's an expectation.
Yes. Yeah. Your expectation.
Just because XYZ person can do it, you
Yeah.
should be able to, is the kind of societal expectation there. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, McCara, guess what?
We've reached that time, haven't we?
Yeah. What is it time for?
The schedule.
Hey, that's my job.
Well, I mean, you can give us a drum roll. You can maybe give us a drum roll, and we can proceed into what comes next, right?
I think the drum roll would be better suited for that.
Well,
don't
I
have
know,
a
but
drum
first,
roll on
I have
my
to first
board.
do. I am going to first do. Okay, so here's the drum roll. Okay, McCara, count me in for it.
1, 2, 3.
I like it.
Right? It's great.
I
So
like it.
it's really good. So what have we got?
Suspenseful.
What have we got coming up on the broadcast map show?
Okay, well, when is that? I think there was an announcement that went out about that. I think, wasn't there?
You don't say.
Pardon me.
You don't say.
I don't say.
No, no, there absolutely was. I was joking.
I know. Oh, I know. You're just trying to get me back, aren't you?
I am.
Okay. So on Thursday, December the 30th, actually, October 30th. Oh man, I've got my months confused now.
Oh dear.
Okay, so on Thursday,
Get that Braille calendar open.
Yeah.
no. I have Fantastical open. I have Fantastical open.
You do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I had to have it open to come into the studio here.
Right.
So on Thursday, the October the 30th, at 4 p.m. Eastern, there's actually another Around the News coming up with Becky Coles. So she's coming by, and we're going to be talking all about what's in the news, and there might be some Blue Jays chatter in there as well. So
Yes. The
Ooh.
Blue Jays have their first game against the Dodgers.
that's tonight. They do.
That's tonight. Yes.
And yes, and then in December, Jim Taddy's coming back. I think it's December 6th or December 1st, somewhere in there.
Actual December?
Yep.
Actual December. Maybe that's why it's on the brain.
Oh!
What a perfect way to hammer that home, though. Actual December?
Yo!
You really?
Oh, come on, we're not getting any ideas here, are we, McCarran?
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
don't know. That one might go in the back pocket.
Oh, God. So, now, would you like to also, how about you tell us so there is also, we have a show, you and I will be back in studio soon again as well.
We will very soon. We've got a show this upcoming Sunday. which is October the 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern. We've got Ali and McCara's books, and we'll be discussing The Truths We Hold, which is written by Kamala Harris.
Oh,
That's going to be really exciting and really engaging, and I hope that everyone tunes in for that.
And McCara, I believe we're extending the show a little bit, aren't we?
We will be, because there'll be a lot to get into, and we don't want to just cut it short. We'll be on the air at 3:30 rather than at 4. So, and that's not just for getting in early and setting up. That'll be
We'll get in about
proper.
3:15 to set things up.
We will, but the show will start proper at 3:30, so just so people are aware and can come in accordingly. Because we want to spend the time that it takes to go through everything and maybe have a bit of tech chat and all that. So definitely look forward to that. And of course, next month we'll be back here for another panel on...
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
It's November 25th, I think.
The 25th?
It's either the 25th or the 28th, somewhere in there.
I think it's the 28th.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I
was looking it up the other day.
It's a Friday. But yeah, we'll be here on the 28th of November at actually at 7:30 p.m. just to get it a little out of the dinner hour.
Yes.
To discuss Unladylike. And that'll be a fun time. And Sienna, what's coming up on the radio?
Oh yes! I forgot about that almost.
So on the radio, so as today was the books panel, so tomorrow
I almost forgot about the radio. I appreciate you reminding me about that.
Not a problem.
No.
No worries. I'm glad you played the commercials for it.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I love those commercials. But the intros and outros on the shows as well. Shout out to Rod Mahood for those awesome intros.
So what's coming up on the radio this weekend?
So on the radio, we've got
actually, when is the Song Bank back?
So the Song Bank, actually, we'll start with that one because it is on the air tomorrow that's Saturday, October 25th from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 to 8 p.m. Central. That's going to be midnight to 2 a.m. in the UK. So for anyone up and about listening to the Song Bank at between midnight and 2 a.m.
Oh, I'm not playing that jingle.
No. You really must get to bed after.
Actually, I don't even have it in my board, but I wasn't gonna.
Oh, that's okay. That's funny. Sam, host of the Classical Cafe, she has this joke.
Yeah.
Where it goes.
Did you? I think I have it somewhere, but if I can, okay.
Yeah. She's like, if you're listening from the UK after the show, you must get to bed.
Yes. And I think there's a melting pot.
There's a melting pot from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern. That's with Nick Blazewitz. He's going to play some music from here, there, and everywhere. And the Classical Cafe, Samantha Ash will be opening the doors from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern. She'll be in the cafe serving up a selection of Broadway tunes, film soundtracks, a whole bunch of traditional classical music, classical contemporary crossover. So it's, it's going to be we made up a new word here, phenomenalizing, fantabulous lineup on Saturday. And the Song Bank's going to be Halloween themed.
Ooh.
So please feel free to let me know your favorite Halloween themed songs, and
we'll see how we do. Okay, we'll see how we do.
We'll see how we do. The Monster Mash is going in there.
I think that was my request. So anyway.
And Ghostbusters.
Oh yes, that one too.
Ghostbusters.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So check it out there at siennatradio.ca.
There you go. And Techstravaganza, I should mention as well that Techstravaganza is now a podcast.
Yeah, and we'll be back with another one of those next Wednesday on the 29th of October as well, right?
Correct. Looking at some very useful iOS 26 tips, courtesy of
What's the name? What's the name? What's the name?
What's the name?
The Ali and McCara tips.
There we go.
Yeah.
So we will be doing a tutorial on those. So feel free to come join us. Or if you're not able to come join us live, feel free to listen to the podcast. It's going to be up there.
There you go. Well, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much, McCara, for hosting with me tonight. I always appreciate it, and I really cannot wait to be back in studio with you.
Likewise, and thank you to Lynn and Sienna for a wonderful and insightful conversation.
It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, and looking forward to being on the next books panel. Unladylike. The title is already very captivating.
Yes,
I know, right?
Yeah, it is.
And we will wish you all an early, happy Halloween. Have fun, be safe out there, and stay tuned.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Excellent. Yes, happy Halloween. Watch out for those ghosts and ghouls.
Oh, for sure.
And we will also say stay tuned to the...
Stay tuned for the newsletters. Stay tuned to the Broadcast Map Network in general. Anywhere that you can find us, feel free.
All of our WhatsApp communities.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for listening and or watching the Books Panel. To learn more about the show, please visit bookspanel.ca. While you're there, subscribe to the newsletter so you never miss a thing. Besides, it's free. Enter your email address and hit subscribe. The Books Panel is part of the Broadcast Map Network, where good conversations happen.
Fantastic.
Okay, so we're just going to...
Recording stopped.
Yeah, we're just going to stop the audio hijack